Welcome to Cooking Cheap, Easy, and Tasty Meals. Today we're going to focus on making a dessert. Banana pudding has always meant something special to me. When I was in my 20s, I would meet my grandmother in Natchez, Mississippi at the Prentiss Motel Restaurant, and we'd have a meal together. And the best part of the meal was the banana pudding. Great big vats of banana pudding with the beautiful meringue on top. I'm going to try and make that in a low-carb version. To get started, we're going to make vanilla cookies to put in the banana pudding. We need a cup of almond flour, a quarter cup of powdered sweetener, a teaspoon of baking powder, a pinch of salt, a tablespoon of vanilla extract, and 3 tablespoons of butter chopped into pieces and softened to room temperature. First, I'm going to mix all the dry ingredients together with a whisk, and then I'm going to add the vanilla extract and the butter, and I'm going to cut it into the mixture just like if you're making biscuits. When it reaches the point that you can't go any further with the pastry knife, I am going to use my hands to continue bringing this dough together. Now I'm going to use my hands to continue bringing the dough together and make sure all the flour is mixed in with the butter and form a small ball that I can wrap in plastic wrap and put in the refrigerator for about an hour. After the dough is rested for about an hour, I'm going to take it out of the plastic wrap, and what I want to get is 8 balls out of it. I'm using a melon baller, but I think it'd be just as easy to create a rectangle and then cut it into pieces and then roll them into balls. Once you've got your dough balls ready, put them on a cookie sheet and flatten them, because the dough does not flatten on its own when you cook it. Put them in a 350-degree preheated oven for 10 to 15 minutes or until the edges begin to turn brown. Once they're ready, take them out of the oven and put them on a wire rack and let them cool and dry out for half an hour to an hour. The next step is to make the banana pudding. In a large saucepan over medium heat, add 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk, a half cup of your choice of sweetener, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Now add 1 tablespoon of banana extract. Now stir this mixture and heat it until it begins to steam. At that point, we're going to temper the egg yolks. Separate 6 egg yolks and whisk them until they're well mixed. As you continue to whisk the eggs, add 4 or 5 tablespoons of the warm mixture to the eggs to temper them so that they can be added back in to the pudding mixture. If you don't temper the eggs, then when you add the egg yolks to the hot mixture, it'll cook the eggs and it won't form the pudding that you want. Once the eggs are tempered, slowly stir them into the pudding mixture. Keep stirring the pudding mixture as you cook it so that it won't stick to the bottom of the pan. As it comes to a low boil, it will begin to thicken. When it will stick to the back of the spoon and coat it, the pudding is ready. I decided I was going to add some fresh strawberries to my banana pudding, so I sliced some and put a little monk fruit on it to sweeten it, although the strawberries really didn't need much sweetening. Now take the pan of your choice and pour about half of the banana pudding mixture into the pan, and then add the strawberries and the cookies to the mixture. Then put the rest of the pudding mixture in there and add another layer of strawberries and cookies. At that point, we're ready to begin preparing the meringue to go on top. In a clean stainless steel or glass bowl, add your 6 egg whites and begin to whip them until they become a little bit frothy. Then add a 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar and continue whipping the mixture. After a few seconds of whisking, go ahead and add the vanilla extract and the sweetener. And continue whisking. Continue whisking the meringue at high speed until you get stiff peaks. You'll know the meringue is ready when you can pick it up with the whisk and it stays rather firm. Now spoon the meringue over the top of your banana pudding, making sure you cover the pudding all the way to the edges of the pan. As you cover the pan, leave little swirls in the meringue so that when you bake it, it'll get a mixture of brown coloring on top. It makes it very attractive. It's something you may have to practice with to get where you want. Now put it in a preheated 450-degree Fahrenheit oven for about 5 minutes or until the meringue turns the color you would like it to be. Be careful, don't let it burn. You should let it cool for a while in the refrigerator before you do this. I didn't, and it had not set as well as I would like. But it still tasted pretty much like the banana pudding I remember from my youth. The meringue makes all the difference. By the way, I had a little too much meringue, so I made meringue cookies with the leftover, but that's for another day. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed making it.